Hello, everyone. I am Marina McKean. I'm a talent manager here at ClearVoice, and welcome to our interview series. We're going to get a glimpse behind the curtain at the fantastic writers who contribute to our team. Joining me today is Adam Carpenter. So, Adam, what got you into the world of content marketing?
Well, I've always loved writing. I wrote my first book when I was 7 years old and just fell in love with it from then. I never thought it would be possible to make money writing. I kind of just thought you write for fun and that was it. And then I tried it out years ago with this small content company, and I was getting paid like pennies. But I loved it. Like it was amazing. And so then I just got more and more into it and kind of doubled down on the whole experience. And yeah, it's been taking off since then.
Awesome. Yeah, I love to hear that. And this is a side question. So, what kind of led you from maybe writing a book as a kid to really finding your place writing, more informative or thought leadership articles?
So like I've always been interested in business and how business works and technology. And I've always had a deep interest in just studying the business world and the tech world and tech solutions. And so I have all this random knowledge, and I only use maybe like a tenth of it on a daily basis. And then I get a chance to actually use it to help out clients all of a sudden. Through ClearVoice, I could choose the niches that that I focus on. And so I could focus on those niches and produce that kind of content.
So, what topics and tools do you use to conduct research and gather insights about topics that you're writing about?
My most important research tools would probably be like scholarly articles written by either people in the business world, professors, or people involved in certain roles in like tech. And so I see how they word things, how they put it, how they break it down, and then I kind of use that as a foundation for that, right?
Awesome. Is there a specific source that you find a lot of those on?
Yeah, Tech Target helps me a lot. Some Google searching too, or I'll type in something like a topic and then put .edu. So what I get is something scholarly. With that, it's peer review, so they have something to lose if they say the wrong thing. So I
There
kind
you
of
go.
use the fact that they're kind of forced to be accurate to get more accurate research.
I would have never thought about that. That's an awesome tip. Okay. Next question for you, Adam. Is there anything that you do to adapt your communication style when you're working with different clients or different industries?
Yeah, so every client has a different objective. Um, so like their high level objective is to connect with consumers or other business leaders, right? But then underneath that, there's a different kind of story they want to portray about who they are as a company. And the company is like a person, and each person is different. So, like, for example, some clients, they really want to simply help their audience know that they know what they're talking about. And it's very simple. So if they can present something in simple words, and by they I mean me, then they succeed. Other clients are very different. Like it's clear they want to connect on a more human level with their target audience, right? So while still try to make it simple and easy to understand, it's more about showing like a laid back, comfortable personality in the voice and the tone of the content. Right. So each client has like a different mission. I try to tap into that and then start writing.
Yeah. So, Adam, how do you ensure when you're writing about something that you're offering a unique perspective on the topics you're writing for?
Well, in my research, I find what people are saying about the topic, and I stumble across different articles. And I might just read say like three, four articles very quickly, right? So I see what people tend to say about the topic. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but how do I take this to the next level? How do I give a fresh perspective? How do I not repeat what they just said? You know? And so then most of the time that involves making it super relatable. Because a lot of people who write about these things, they're so neck deep in the discipline itself that they forget about the regular person. It's like they're writing for their colleagues or the person down the hallway, you know what I'm saying, or someone at a conference they're going to. And so like 9 times out of 10, if I write it for like the everyday person on the street or like the everyday CEO of a company who's about to go into a meeting, so he Googles, XYZ, and after reading what I write, hopefully he has what he needs to sound, you know, coherent during the meeting. If I can accomplish that, that makes it different usually.
My kind of person, Adam. I'm definitely someone who's done that before. Just like take out your phone and look really quickly before you hop into something. So I appreciate you. Awesome. And that's a really good segue into our next question. I noticed that you have articles about crypto and blockchain. What is it like writing to meet that audience's need?
That's a challenge because the audience changes. The hotter crypto is, the more broad the audience. The colder crypto is, the more narrow and focused the audience. So I have to kind of check the crypto markets before I start writing. If it's, if Bitcoin's up around 86,000, like, I can write whatever. Like people are going to connect with it because they're dying for the information. But if it's struggling like it is now, I have to be more specific to kind of pull people in a more intimate way. So that's one challenge. The other challenge is that crypto, even on a basic level, is about like 4 or 5 degrees removed from basic knowledge about finances and money and currency. So it's a challenge to not just jump into the technical stuff, to take a moment, explain something again, and then get deeper into it. And when you do that, you're like, all right, I'm pretty sure this person knows this term already and knows how it works, but is it gonna hurt the article or is it gonna inflate the word count if I explain it? And most of the time the answer is no, so let's go ahead and explain it. Yeah, those are the biggest challenges right there. Yeah.
Adam, what are your future goals or aspirations as a content writer and strategist?
I guess one goal I have, I'd like to introduce a slightly different kind of content writing, one that's a bit more effective. I believe that people don't always read introductions and conclusions carefully. I feel like the intro can be 150 words long and it doesn't offer that much. It's just a hook, you know what I'm saying? And the conclusion just a summary of what you already said, right? So I like to write content that has tiny intros and conclusions and tons of relatable examples in the body. I think that could deliver more for clients, that kind of thing. And then the other thing I'd love to do is integrate other types of content with writing, but like weave it right in. So you have a sentence, and in the sentence is a hyperlink, and that hyperlink goes to a certain section in the video, not the whole video, because nobody likes watching a 10-minute video for like 30 seconds, right? That 30-second snippet of video that connects to what was in the paragraph is hyperlinked in the paragraph, right? Or you can have a hyperlink that goes to a like a infographic, right? And so the person gets multiple versions of the content with the same like central truth, but in different formats, so it kind of matches their learning style. It's like a fully integrated like experience for the reader, as opposed to just like words and pictures. You know what I'm saying?
So, as someone who's found so much success in your freelancing career, what advice would you give to new freelancers who are looking to find success and do this full time?
Step one is be humble. Be willing to accept feedback, negative feedback, constructive feedback, because like maybe 2% of the time, the tone of the feedback it'll feel mean. You know what I'm saying? Accept the feedback humbly. Always put the customer first. Like imagine yourself in their shoes. They have to produce or deliver this content by a certain time. It's got to meet all these needs. Imagine how they feel in their day-to-day life as they wait for that product to come through. Imagine the worries they have. Try to solve all their problems when you write. anybody can do research, anybody can be smart or sound smart, but it's about just being like humble and being like, all right, I need to help this person's life get easier. And when you focus on that, then you get more clients and they end up being more satisfied.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's applicable to every day, everyone's life. So it's huge. Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll be back with more interviews with these dynamic writers and industry leaders. To learn more about our amazing content specialists, visit clearvoice.com.